so he's feeling better. So, got that one. You're going to ask about Jerry. All right, Jerry had a little injury or whatever. We won't make any transactions till tomorrow. What else? Go.
You said James Houston, you were as optimistic about him entering the week, but James Houston. He has practiced fully these first 2 days. Has your opinion maybe changed a little bit about his possibility for Sunday?
Thought he looked better this week than last week.
You said Sam was going to run around today. Is he going to play Sunday? Do you have a sense of that yet?
We'll revert back to what I said 2 days ago. So we'll know much, much more after today's practice. And then entirely, what does it look like tomorrow when he wakes up? You know, I know this, he's gotten better every day. And so we're going to have him out there and take some practice reps and see where it goes.
Just out of curiosity, did you have to have, I don't know, 2 different game plans of sorts? Or how do you, this late in the week when you maybe have a better sense, what changes, I guess?
Yeah, you build a couple of different packages. And one with, one without, and you're ready for both, And we've gotten enough reps, walk through, to be able to adapt and adjust. We're fortunate that we've got smart receivers, between Saint and Reynolds and Peoples, and then we got J-Mo, all those guys, the back, so we can handle it all. We got Brock back, and so it's a smart group. It won't be too taxing, but we have the ability to adjust.
Perspective of Jared Goff when you first met him, and has that changed at all, and if so, how?
Look, I've said this before. I mean, for me, I had a perception of what he was on the other sideline, which was a tough quarterback, very resilient, accurate passer, and so to get him, I would say he didn't. Nothing really surprised me about that. Just, it's different than what you would think, right? He's kind of a low-key guy. He's very much, he's just very consistent. He's never too high, never too low. But what you realize over time is that it burns inside. Like he's got this, this core about him that is he is very resilient and he's very coachable. And so what we saw was what we saw on tape, a tough player, smart quarterback, can make all the throws, and we've seen that player develop and grow over a 3-year period is what we've seen. Somebody that works to improve what I need to get better at. Do this, do that. He does this. He does that. If something starts to show itself that becomes a negative, you can tell him, he sees it, he works on it, he gets better, And that's what this league's about.
And I know you said, and everybody said, this game isn't about Goff and Stafford per se. But when you hear teammates like St. Brown said he would love to win it for Goff or everything he's been through, stuff like that, do you encourage that? I'm sure you like that, but is that a theme at all?
No, I don't think that, this isn't, we're standing up there and win-win for the Gipper. it's, but at the same token, I think we all know what this is. We want to win for us. We all want it. We want this for us, and we want it for Detroit. But also, hey, man, that'd be special. That would be special. That's icing on the cake, if you will.
Sean McVay was asked earlier this week. His relationship with you, he says you guys don't really have a personal relationship, but when he was hired, the youngest coach in the league has had a tremendous amount of success. What is your, just respect level for his style, what he's able to, he's accomplished in this league?
Yeah, tremendous amount of respect. This guy's won a Super Bowl in this league. And when he came on the scene in 17, man, it just erupted. They took off. What they kind of their brand of football that they do, very Kubiak type. That to me is where this grew from. Shanahan, Kubiak, and to see what he's been able to do with it, how efficient they are. It's very creative, innovative, and I think more than anything, he's just stayed true to who he's been over time. And you listen, you can't argue with the results. They're competitive every year. you know, had a little rough one last year, had some injuries, things of that nature. But, man, every year these guys have always been, they're in it. So, yeah, I got a lot of respect for them.
Coach, we saw the AP All-Pro come out today. You got 2 guys offense made first team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's different than obviously the Pro Bowl. Just, you know, to see 5 guys make the teams in general and 2 make first team, your thoughts on that, just what you guys did this year?
Yeah, you know, obviously very proud of those guys and well-deserving for all of them. But, you know, I mean, that's, you know, it's all part of progress, right, with where we're at. And those guys are playing top-notch football, but we're also improving as a football team. And I think all that stuff goes hand in hand. You begin to get noticed, recognized. People see the production that you have on a winning team, and it makes a difference. Look, I say this again. It's one of the things Coach Parcells would say, and then it went to Coach Payton, and that I'll never forget. And it's one thing to be a great player on an average team. It's different to be a great player on a great team. And you can never lose sight of those things. And that's a whole nother talk when you get in the off season, but it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
What have you thought about the environment at Ford Field and what kind of advantage that can be for you guys Sunday night?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is, you know, this is 3 years ago, thinking about what this was going to be like and what it could be like. And now it's here. And so I know exactly what it's going to look like. I've seen it in my head. It's going to be different than anybody's seen. I think this is going to be one of the most electric environments, atmospheres that you're going to find. And I think it's going to be an advantage.
Piggybacking on that just a little bit, as the week goes on, I know you've obviously been immersed in game planning and working with the team and interviews and everything, but do you ever have quiet moments where you sit and realize just the impact of what this game means to the city and the enormity of the moment, the opportunity?
I mean, not really, not like that. You know, I don't, and I would say I don't ever really get that way. That's more after the fact, when I can really look back and say, wow, okay. I think for me, I'm in the whole process of it, you know, and I take it as it comes. And to me, I understand that we're in first round of the playoffs. We won the division. We got a really good Rams team coming in here. But for me, this is like preparing for Minnesota last week, preparing for Dallas the week before. It's very much just like that. Kansas City, week 1. That's how I think of it. And if I don't think of it that way, then it's out of the norm. And now what happens, you know?
How about your players? How locked in have they been?
They're good.
What have you seen from them? I guess.
They're good. They're ready.
Can you expand on that? What have you seen from them?
They're good.
All good.
All right.